Top dog diseases every pet owner should know about. Dogs, they're not just pets, they're family. They greet us with wagging tails, steal our snacks when we're not looking, and somehow manage to look guilty even when they're caught red-pawed. But when our furry best friends fall ill, it can feel like the world's gone grey. That's why today we're talking about the top dog diseases every pet owner should know about. Because let's face it, keeping your dog healthy is way easier than trying to convince them the vet is just another park with weird smells. First up, let's talk about a villain that shows no mercy, canine parvovirus, or parvo. This nasty virus is highly contagious and particularly loves to target puppies with their still developing immune systems. Parvo can cause severe vomiting, bloody diarrhea, and a complete lack of energy. If you think your dog's favorite activity is zoomies, imagine the opposite of that. Thankfully, this one is preventable with vaccinations. So unless you want to turn your wallet into a chew toy for vet bills, keep those vaccines up to date. Next on the list is canine distemper, which sounds like your dog is having a bad day, but it's much worse than that. Distemper is a viral disease that affects a dog's respiratory, gastrointestinal, and nervous systems. Symptoms range from coughing and sneezing to seizures. Think of it as a virus that just can't decide what part of your dog to mess with. And again, vaccinations are your dog's best defense. Now let's talk about kennel cough, also known as bordetella. This one's like the common cold for dogs, but with a soundtrack, an incessant honking cough that makes you wonder if your dog accidentally swallowed a goose. While it's usually not life-threatening, it can make your dog pretty miserable. If your pooch frequents dog parks, grooming salons, or boarding kennels, make sure they're vaccinated, because no one wants their dog to be the typhoid Mary of the puppy playgroup. Speaking of playgroups, let's discuss leptospirosis, or lepto for short. This bacterial infection is a sneaky little bugger that spreads through contaminated water, soil, or the urine of infected animals. Yes, you heard that right, pee. Symptoms can range from fever and vomiting to kidney or liver damage. And here's a fun fact to share in the comments. Humans can catch lepto too. So the next time your dog insists on drinking from that questionable puddle, you might want to think twice. And who could forget heartworm disease? This one's a real heartbreaker, literally. Transmitted by mosquito bites, heartworms take up residence in your dog's heart and lungs, causing serious damage over time. The symptoms are sneaky too, starting with a mild cough and fatigue before progressing to life-threatening complications. The good news? Prevention is as simple as a monthly chewable tablet. So, while your dog might think they're just getting a fancy treat, you're actually saving their life. Moving on to Lyme disease, a tick-borne illness that's as annoying as it is dangerous. Caused by the bacteria Borrelia burgdorferi, Lyme disease can lead to fever, lethargy, and joint pain. If your dog suddenly starts limping and switching legs like they're practicing for a three-legged race, it might be time to see the vet. And here's a pro tip. Check your dog for ticks after every outdoor adventure. Bonus points if you make it a bonding activity. Nothing says love like grooming your dog for parasites. Let's not forget about rabies, the OG scary disease. While it's rare thanks to widespread vaccinations, it's still a serious threat. Rabies affects the brain and nervous system, leading to aggression, paralysis, and eventually death. It's also zoonotic, which means humans can catch it too. If your dog's rabies vaccine isn't up to date, it's time to fix that, because nobody wants a real-life zombie apocalypse starting with their pup. On a lighter note, let's talk about obesity. Yes, we're looking at you, Fluffy. Overweight dogs might be cute, but the extra pounds can lead to serious health issues like diabetes, joint problems, and heart disease. If your dog's favorite exercise is chewing, it might be time to introduce them to the joys of fetch, or at least a brisk walk around the block. And no, those puppy eyes don't need an extra treat. Trust me, your dog will love you just as much if you swap that treat for a carrot stick. Probably. Another common issue is dental disease, because yes, dogs can have bad breath for reasons other than eating something questionable. Poor dental hygiene can lead to gum infections, tooth loss, and even systemic diseases affecting the heart and kidneys. So, invest in those doggy toothbrushes and dental chews. Your dog might not love the process, but hey, at least they can't complain about it on Yelp. Finally, let's touch on allergies. Just like humans, dogs can be allergic to a wide range of things, from food ingredients to pollen. If your dog is itching, scratching, or sneezing more than usual, they might be dealing with allergies. While figuring out the cause can feel like solving a Scooby-Doo mystery, the payoff is a happier, itch-free pup. And let's be real, nothing is more satisfying than solving the case of, why is my dog acting like a flea circus? So there you have it, the top diseases every dog owner should know about. Keeping your dog healthy might take a bit of effort, but it's worth it for all those tail wags, snuggles, and the occasional stolen sock. Remember, prevention is key. Whether it's staying up to date on vaccines, giving monthly preventatives, or just keeping an eye out for anything unusual. Because at the end of the day, our dogs rely on us to keep them safe. And let's be honest, they'd do the same for us if they could. Probably by barking at the mailman or stealing your sandwich to test it for poison. What's the weirdest thing your dog has ever done when they were sick? Or even just pretending to be? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow dog lovers. Because every good boy and girl deserves the best care. See you in the next video, and give your dog an extra belly rub from me.